So good to see you. Good to see that some of you showed up. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start in child's pose. So we'll go ahead and take our knees to the furthest reaches. Let your big toes touch. Just slide your hips back, extend or walk the fingertips out in front of you. And as always, just kind of looking for a little space through the spine, stretch to the inner part of the thighs. And once you got that, let's go ahead and just kick into our breathing. So begin to create that nice, smooth, and even flow of oxygen in and out of your nostrils. And then inhale, let's look up slightly and just kind of bring your palms together out in front of you. And then on your next inhale, just kind of roll forward enough that perhaps your fingers or your chin just go right past your fingertips. And then on the exhale, just kind of press back, hips towards heels. Then inhale, roll forward, chin past fingertips. And then exhale, press back, hips towards heels. And let's begin to just kind of move through this at your breath pace. So inhaling forward and then exhaling, pressing back. And as always, just kind of allowing the joints, pretty much all the major joints, a bit of movement just to kind of get that nice fluid just kind of flowing through the joints. And probably more importantly, just kind of connecting your breath with your movement. So let's give this one more round. Inhaling, rolling forward, then exhaling, pressing back. And then let's go ahead and find our way into all four. So with the fingers spread, place the hands right below the shoulders, knees under hips. And then we'll do a little spinal undulation or cat-cow. So just kind of let the belly button kind of float down towards the mat. Then inhale, lift the head up. And just kind of hold this for a bit. So we feel the stretch through the spine. And then take an exhale, float the head down. Then kind of squeeze your belly button towards spine. Let the back arch. And let's hold this for a little bit. And then release belly button towards earth. Take an inhale, lift the head. And then exhale, float the head down, let the back arch. And let's begin to move through this at your breath pace. So inhaling as the head rises. Then exhaling as the head floats down. Just kind of let the spine undulate up and down. And let's give this one more round. Up. And then down. And then back to center. And then on the next inhale, let's go ahead and lift the right leg up. Just kind of press it back behind you. And then when you're ready, lift the left arm up, extend it out in front of you. And with your neck in line with spine, just kind of pull yourself apart from one side of the room to the other. And then exhale, let's float the limbs down. And then taking it to the second side, let's lift the left leg up, press through the toes, extending back. And then lift the right arm up, extending through the fingers forward. And just kind of pull yourself apart from one side of the room to the other. Exhale, and let's go ahead and float it all down. And then from here, just kind of curl your toes under so your pads of the toes are touching the ground. And then we'll simply just kind of come on up onto our knees. And once you got that, we'll take our right hand, just bring it to the crown of the head. Place the left hand on the hip, and then we'll just kind of take the head over towards our right. So we're stretching out the left side of the neck. And then release the head, bring it to center, and we'll switch arms. Now take your left hand, bring it to the crown of the head, and let's open up the right side of the neck. And then release, come to center, and just kind of look up at the ceiling above you. Place both hands on the hips. Make sure those toes are still curled over and the shoulders are in line with the hips. So it's kind of stretching out the fascia in the feet. And then take an exhale, float your head down so you're looking down at your mat. And here just kind of allowing the back of the neck to stretch. And then release. Let's go ahead and find our way back into all fours. And then from there, we'll go ahead and take this into our very first down dog. So curl the toes under, lift the hips, press back towards your heels. And then see if you can kind of extend your hips up without lifting the heels from where they're at. And just kind of imagine you're pulling energy out of your wrists so everything kind of moves back. And then if you like, you can begin to bicycle the legs. Just kind of bending opposite knee, rolling from the ball of the foot to the heel. And give it one more pedal side to side. Find yourself back to center, so press back towards the heels. And we'll do a little bit of a flow. So take an inhale, come into a high push-up. Then press back, downward facing. And then come up onto the balls of the feet. Bend the knees, lower down, just about an inch from the ground. And then extend up, press up. And then roll back to the heels. We'll do that 2 more times. So inhale, high push-up. And roll back, downward facing. And come up onto the balls of the feet, knees bend, lowering down. And extend up, press up, roll back to the heels. 1 more time, high push-up. Roll back, downward facing. And then come up onto the balls of the feet, knees bend, lower down. And then extend up, press up, roll back to the heels. Take a breath here. And then let's come up onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees slightly, and let's simply walk the hands towards the feet. And let's come into a flat back. So lift your torso in line with your hips. Press back towards the hips, extend forward through the crown of the head. You place the hands on the shin or on the ground as long as you can keep your torso relatively flat. And let's breathe into this. And then on the exhale, fold in, release the head, hands on the ground or onto the lower part of the shin. And then if you can, maybe roll forward towards the balls of the feet. So get a little bit more of the leg involved. Relax the neck. Take a couple more breaths here. And then press down into the feet, bend the knees slightly, and then on the inhale, just kind of roll on up nice and easy. Allow your vertebrae to stack one upon the other. And then once you're up, give the shoulder blades a squeeze. And then spread the fingers, take a nice inhale, extend the arms out to the sides and up. And let the hands touch, and then Kind of soften the neck enough that you can look up at your thumbs and then extend and press through the fingertips. Press down into the four corners of the feet. And let's breathe into this. Now, let's bring the head to center. We're going to release the hands, just kind of float them out to the sides. Stop once the hands are in line with the shoulders. And then on the exhale, let's take the right arm back behind us, left arm forward. And if you can, take a look back at your right thumb. Inhaling back to center. And then exhale, let's float the left hand down the leg, bring the right arm up and over, coming into a side bend. So kind of take your right hip out, float the left hand down the leg as far as you can get it. And breathe into this. Try to keep the right arm straight. And then inhale, back to center we go. Press the thumbs down, pinky up. Then exhale, let's take the left hand back behind us, right hand forward. So it's kind of twisting the spine into a few different directions. And then inhale, back to center. And then release the right hand down the leg, bring the left arm up and over. And let's breathe into this. Inhaling back to center, let's sweep the arms high. Let the palms touch. Exhaling, hands through heart center. And we'll take this through a couple of series A. So let's give it a nice roll of the wrist. Inhale high. And then exhale, swan dive in, forward fold. Take an inhale, flatten out. And with your hands flat, let's walk or jump the feet back. Find your high push-up. And then on the exhale, bend the elbows, lowering down. And then press into the palms, scoop up, upward facing. And then rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. So make sure the fingers are spread, hands line up with shoulders, feet with hips. Then press back towards the heels, pull out of the wrist. And just taking a few breaths here. Come up onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees slightly, take an inhale, hop or walk. Flatten out first, fold in second. Root strong into the feet, bend the knees slightly, inhaling, arms extend out and up. Hands touch, exhale, hands through heart center. And we'll go through that one more time. Give it a nice, easy roll of the wrist. Inhaling high. And then exhale, swan diving. Inhaling, flattening out. And with hands flat to the earth, let's walk or jump the feet back. High push-up. Exhale, lower down with strength. And inhale, upward facing. Let the back bend. And then roll over the toes. Downward facing dog. And here for about 5 breaths. So get it while you can. Press back towards the heels. Extend up through the hips. And let's come up onto the balls of the feet. Bend the knees slightly. Walk or hop. Flatten out first. Fold in second. Then press strong into the feet. Bend the knees deep. Let's take this into chair pose. Arms sweep around. So weight back towards the heels, butt back. Extend a bit of energy through the fingertips. So the arms about 45 degrees. Let's take a nice inhale, straighten up, extend high to the sky. And then exhale, float the arms down. Take an inhale, flatten out. Now take a look down at your right foot. Press strong into it. And then lift your left leg up. Extend through the toes. So find a little length from your hip through the tips of the toes. And then bend your right knee. Float your left foot back. So find runner's lunge. And then release your arms back behind you. Find jet airplane arms. So press through your fingertips. And then sweep the hands down to the earth. Extend them up, high lunge. Then bend your elbow. Find cactus arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Then extend the arms up towards the sky. Give it one nice pull. Then exhale, float your hands down to either side of the foot. Press strong into your right foot, then lift up. Extend through the left toes. And then float your left foot down to meet the right. Inhale, flatten out. Exhale, fold in. Then press strong into your feet. Bend your knees deep. Chair pose once again. Arms sweep around. Weight back towards the heels, butt back, look up, follow the line of your arms. Then nice big inhales, reach up high to the sky. And then exhale, dip and dive. Inhaling, flattening out. And then look down at the feet, press strong into the left, let's lift the right leg up. Press through the toes, a little length. A little stretch, a lot of balance. And then bend the left knee, float the right foot down, runner's lunge. And then exhale, sweep the arms back behind you, jet airplane arms once again, second side. And breathe. Exhale, float the hands down. Inhale up, high lunge. Elbows bend, cactus arms. And then extend up towards the sky one more time. Exhale, hands to the earth, press into the left foot, lift up. A little energy through the right toes. And then let's float the right foot down next to the left. Flatten out. Fold in. Press strong into the feet, bend the knees deep, chair pose. So arms sweep around. Look up. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, dip and dive. Inhaling, flattening out. And then press into the right once again, lift the left, extend back. And then bend the right knee, float the left foot down, runner's lunge. Inhale up, high lunge. Now float the hands down to the hip, straighten out the right leg, and we'll take this in the triangle. So flip your left toes, right leg is straight, extend the arms out, and then into triangle we go. Extend through the fingertips, float the arm down, extend the left arm high, and let's breathe. See if you can kind of keep that leg as straight as can be. Take a look up at your left thumb. Then exhale, extend it out. Take the left fingertips towards the front of the room and breathe. Exhale, now float the left hand down. Keep the legs straight. But if you need to slide that left foot in, you can bend the right knee a bit, slide it in a bit, and then straighten out the leg. With hands on either side of the right foot, dive the forehead towards the shin. Now taking an inhale, look on up. And then from here, we're going to bend the right knee. And we're going to take this into what we call half moon. So lift the left leg. And then bring the left foot into flexion. Point the toes towards the left side of the room. And then, to the best of your ability, see if you can float the left hand to the hip crease and then press the left shoulder blade back. And breathe. Press into the foot, see if you can lift the left foot a little bit higher. Then exhale, float the left hand down. Bend your right knee slightly, left foot comes next to right. Inhale, flatten out, press the hips back, extend through the crown of the head. Then exhale, fold in. Then root strong into the feet, bend the knees deep, chair pose once again. Inhale, extend up, and then exhale, dip and dive. Take an inhale, flatten out, and then press strong down into your left. Lift the right leg up, extend through the toes, and then back into runner's lunge. Bend your left knee, right ball of the foot to the earth. Then inhale, extend the arms up. And then moving into triangle, hands float down to the hips. Straighten out the left leg, take the toes off to the right, extend the arms. And then with the body in line with the leg, extend through the left fingertips. And you can start with the hand just below the knee and then float it down to whatever degree. Reach the right arm high. And let's breathe into this. Exhale is extended by pressing the right fingertips forward. And just give it a nice pull through the right side body. Look down at the left foot, float the hands down to either side. Bend the left knee slightly, float the right foot in a little bit closer, and then straighten out the left leg and then dive over the left leg. So forehead towards near shin, whatever's available to you. And let's breathe into this. Take an inhale now, bend the left knee, and we'll take this into half moon. So root strong into the left foot, lift up, take the right toes off to the side, and then to the best of your ability, float your right hand to the hip crease. See if you can press to the right shoulder blade. Let's breathe into this. If you like, you can extend the right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, right hand to the earth. Bend the left knee slightly, float the right foot next to the left. Take an inhale, flatten out. Take an exhale, fold in. Then press strong into the feet, bend the knees deep. Once again, chair pose. Take an inhale, extend up. And for the last time, take an exhale, dip and dive. Inhaling, flattening out. And let's bring the hands flat, walk or jump the feet back, high push-up. Exhale, lower down to the ground. And then press into the palms, scoop up, upward facing. And then rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. Press back towards the heels, extend the hips up. And then from here, let's simply just kind of drop down onto our knees. Float the hands underneath the shoulders. And then on the next inhale, let's go and lift the right leg up, press it back behind you. And then lift the left arm up, extend it out in front of you. So once again, just kind of pulling yourself apart. And then we'll come into twisted airplane. So engage your core, belly button to spine. Bring the right foot into flexion and take the left fingers left, right leg right. Look out for plants. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, float it all down. And then second side, take an inhale, lift the left leg up, press through the toes, and then lift the right arm up, extend it out in front of you. And once again, just kind of pulling yourself apart. Left foot into flexion, twisted airplane. Right finger's right, left leg left. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, float it on down. Take a breath, take two. Now, from here, simply kind of curl the toes under. So the pads of the toes are on the earth. Slide your hands in, and then inhale, we're going to come on up to our knees. Now extend the arms out, and let's float the hands back behind us so the heels of the hands are on the lower back. Squeeze your shoulder blades, and then press your pelvis forward. Relax the neck, and let's take this into camel pose. So kind of a kneeling back bend. Now hang out here, want more. You can take the hands to the heels, one at a time. And then see if you can press the hips forward. So your hips are relatively in line with the knees. Relax the neck and breathe. Now release the hands one at a time to the lower back. Bring the torso to center. And then let's dive back into child's pose. So then take the knees to the furthest reaches. Big toes touch behind you. Press the hips back. Extend through the fingertips. And we'll take a few breaths here. Take an inhale, find all fours. And then if you like, maybe just kind of slide your knees together. And then take your hips out to the sides. And give it one more motion, side to side. And then we'll go ahead and drop over towards our left hip. And let's go ahead and sweep the legs out in front of us. And just kind of spread the legs out. So find some distance between your knees. If you like, bring your feet into flexion. So think of pressing the heels forward, toes coming back at you. And then let's all take a nice big inhale. Extend the arms out to the sides and up. Press through the fingertips, reach high. And then exhale, hinge at the hips, and let's float the hands down. So either take the elbows to the earth, forearms flat, or if you like, slide the hands along the legs. And then just soften the neck, allow the head to float down. And let's breathe into this. knees. Float the torso up. Let the hands float along the legs. And then from here, we'll take this into cobbler's pose or butterfly. So kind of roll back a bit, bend the knees, just kind of take the soles of the feet together in front of you. Then press down into your sits bones, extend up through the crown of the head. So find some length through the spine. And then on the exhale, hinge at the hips. Relax the neck and allow the head to float down towards the feet. And breathe. And let's go ahead and release. Bring the head up. Let's go ahead and slide the legs out in front of us. Make sure you're pretty well centered on your mat. And then on the exhale, let's go ahead and float down onto our shoulder blades. And then once you got that, let's go ahead and bend the knees. Bring the knees in towards the chest. If you like, bring your arms around. Kind of give yourself a hug. Maybe a little squeeze in a bit. And then let's go ahead and take the knees side to side. And then bring the knees to center, extend the arms out. And then on the exhale, let's go and float the knees over towards your right. So see if you can keep the shoulder blades flat. So allowing for a nice twist through the spine. You can look up at the ceiling above you, over towards your left hand, whatever feels okay. And inhale, knees to center. And then exhale. It's going to float the knees over towards the left. And again, so you can keep your shoulder blades flat. So allow for the twist through the spine. Look up at the ceiling or over towards your right thumb. Whatever feels best for the neck. And let's take a few breaths here. Take an inhale, knees to center. And then happy baby, to spread the knees out. Extend the lower leg up, so hands either on the inside of the feet, the ankle, the knees, whatever's available to you. So if you can allow your spine to be flat, so kind of a reset to the spine after twisting it to and fro. And let's take a few breaths here. And let's release the feet, extend the toes up, point your fingers towards the ceiling, give it a pull, and then feet into flexion, lower the heels, take the arms back over the head. And once the heels and the hands touch, point your toes towards whatever's in front of you and pull yourself apart one more time to either side of the room. And let's release. Take a nice inhale. Bring the arms up and over and to the sides. And once those hands touch, just kind of allow the palms to point towards the ceiling. And let's take this into Shavasana. So just kind of spread the limbs out like a star. Just going to allow the breath to come back to normal. Just kind of let it all go. Just kind of allow yourself to just melt into the mat below you. Try not to hold yourself up anywhere. And let's just take a few moments out of our Tuesday afternoon just to totally release, totally relax, and to just be. Back into the mind and body. And when you're ready, just go ahead and roll to either side of the room, coming into a fetal position. And when you're ready, just go ahead and roll on up, coming to a seated position facing the front of the room. And let's bring the hands into Anjali Mudra, Heart Center. Thank you all for joining the rest of us for yoga this afternoon. May you see the truth. May you speak the truth. May you be the truth. Namaste. All right.